So I just watched Wuthering Heights, and yeah, no, this sucked. But before I criticize the movie too much, let me say this: I have never read the book, so as judging it from an adaptation standpoint, I got no frame of reference. I plan on reading the book in the future because of all the acclaim it has, but as it currently stands, I've not read any of Wuthering Heights. So whether it's a faithful adaptation or not, I cannot say. However, though, there are two things I am aware of about the book. One, the two characters never ever have an affair with each other. They are separate throughout the whole story. And two, it's a very gothic story, very ominous, bleak vibe. And from what I see in this film, it got both of those completely wrong. So I think it's safe to assume, like what everybody else says, that this movie being a fan fiction of the director's version of Wuthering Heights. And speaking of the director, Emerald Fennel, I watched her other two movies, Saltburn and Promising Young Woman. I didn't like either of them. They're both average, 5 out of 10 for both of them. And this one is her worst. Each one, it feels like she's getting her worst tendencies are getting worse and worse and worse. And here, hopefully, it's reached its peak, but because this was kind of rough. This is like honestly like Twilight, to be honest with you. They turned one of fiction's greatest, most famous stories into Twilight. This romance is so sappy in a way that's just so ridiculous. These two characters, Heathcliff and I forgot Margot Robbie's name. Carrie something. I don't know. These characters are so forgettable and lifeless that I can't even remember their names because their personalities are super weak. And Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi do not have good chemistry with each other. They are both very bland characters. Now, granted, they're acting as themselves, that they're acting perfectly fine. There's not a moment like, oh, these two are so obviously faking it. No, they feel normal, like normal people. But the fact that these two people have an attraction to each other, I just don't buy at all. And then there's other elements of the story that, again, I've never read the book, but I can just feel were added just so for Emerald Fennel's, I hope I'm saying her name's right, own pleasure. Like, this movie is, like, back in the 1800s, you're not allowed to show stuff like this as graphically as you can today. So I think it's pretty safe to assume she added a bunch of more inappropriate scenes than there was in the book. And sometimes it just feels like comical. Like this really feels, I know I keep saying it's fan fiction, but this is literally what it is. Fan fiction. There's nothing else about the side characters too. Nellie's the only one I can remember. There was the drunken father who's a complete stereotype. And there was Heathcliff's wife, who he mistreated, Isabella. She was also completely boring and useless character, the whole story. And then by the end, pull some sappy, like Titanic, oh, so tragic love story ending. And it just sucks. It just sucks, man. This was such a boring slog to get through. But there are some positives. The main one is being the art, the direction. I'm pretty sure it doesn't fit the book's like atmosphere, but the bright, vibrant colors, the really great skies, set design. I don't think it's appropriate for the story, but may not be perfect for the story, but it looks pretty good. From a directorial standpoint, this is a huge improvement. That's one thing I'll say Emerald Fennel has been getting better at. Promising Young Woman was just a very generically filmed and shot movie. And then Saltburn had some more visual flair, and it's improved here. So hopefully she keeps going higher in terms of, keeps going this path with her visuals and directing. And in terms of her writing, she needs to go backwards. That's the main thing I can say. Ultimately, there's not too much to say about this movie. Again, I can't comment on it too much because I've not read the book, so I probably don't hate it as much as those people have. But I still do not like this movie at all. I'm not going to watch it again. I don't think I'm going to remember it after this year. Maybe like just pop my mind randomly, like, oh right, that movie. But I have no desire to see this again. I don't think you should see it again unless you want to see some sappy romance like Notebook. Maybe you'll like it, but otherwise, I advise you to steer clear of this movie. I'm giving this movie a 4 out of 10.